Within the unseen arteries of the global economy, where the ceaseless pulse of commerce circulates a vast stream of commodities, connecting the most remote corners of our planet, lies an intricately woven system that forms the bedrock of modern international trade. Indeed, every single day, millions of consignments embark on monumental voyages, traversing immense oceans, crossing formidable mountain ranges, and spanning endless plains. This global movement is a magnificent orchestration of steel containers, mighty vessels, swift locomotives, and nimble trucks. Yet, how is it truly possible to conduct this ostensibly disordered orchestration? What invisible, unifying force transforms a series of fragmented logistical endeavors into a single, harmonious performance, where every note is played at precisely the right moment and in its designated place? The profound answer is vested in an elegant and powerful concept, one that has unequivocally become the indispensable foundation of global supply chains. Before we delve deeply into its intricate details and unlock the secrets of its widespread adoption and remarkable efficacy, it is essential to first grasp its fundamental power. This lies in its unparalleled ability to overcome the inherent constraints of space and time, offering businesses not merely the simple conveyance of cargo from point A to point B, but a comprehensive, integrated, and strategically advantageous framework. We stand at the cusp of unveiling one of the pivotal tenets that makes our interconnected world possible, and at the very heart of our narrative will be this brilliant methodology of organizing transport, its core differentiators from similar approaches, and the irrefutable benefits it bestows upon its adherents. This innovative concept is known as multimodal transportation, and behind this seemingly technical term lies an entire philosophy of orchestrating the seamless movement of goods. Fundamentally, a multimodal shipment involves the carriage of merchandise using at least two different modes of transport. Crucially, the entire complex process, despite its inherent diversity, is governed by a single, all-encompassing contract. To illustrate, imagine a virtuoso maestro directing a grand symphony orchestra, where each musician represents a distinct form of conveyance. Perhaps a transoceanic container ship, an intercontinental railway train, a road-based heavy goods vehicle, or even an air cargo carrier. This conductor, personified by a specialized entity called a multimodal transport operator, MTO, assumes complete and undivided accountability for the entire logistical sequence. In effect, the MTO is fully responsible from the very first note, the moment the cargo is collected from the sender, to the final resounding chord, its successful and confirmed delivery to the recipient. At the very core of this sophisticated transportation system lies the principle of singular accountability. This singular focus defines its operational strength and forms the beating heart of the entire process. Crucially, it must be understood that the multimodal transport operator, MTO, is not, in fact, required to possess ownership of all the diverse logistical assets, metaphorically termed musical instruments, necessary for a complete journey. Indeed, a scenario where a single company possesses its own extensive fleet of ships, a private collection of trucks, and dedicated railway platforms is an extraordinary rarity in the realm of global logistics. Far more commonly, the MTO functions as the strategic architect of the journey, operating much like a general contractor who meticulously enlists specialized subcontractors, these being the actual carriers, to execute individual legs of the route. However, for the client, these intricate underlying operational arrangements are of no consequence whatsoever. All communication, every potential claim, and the totality of the responsibility are unequivocally consolidated and focused upon one single figure, the multimodal transport operator. This singular entity stands as the ultimate guarantor of the cargo's integrity and timeliness throughout its entire transit, thereby offering significant clarity and peace of mind to the shipper. To fully appreciate the inherent elegance and efficacy of this approach, it is imperative to draw a clear and unambiguous demarcation line between it and another method that appears outwardly similar yet is fundamentally different in its architecture: intermodal transportation. The frequent confusion between these two distinct terms, unfortunately, often leads to misunderstandings and flawed logistical strategies. This is problematic because their distinctions are not merely semantic, they are foundational and profoundly dictate the entire structure of the shipping process. In the case of multimodal transportation, as previously established, the cargo's entire voyage is meticulously orchestrated under one overarching contract and documented by a single transport document. This framework inherently provides a unified center of command and a singular locus of responsibility in the person of the MTO. This cohesive structure, in turn, fosters an environment of absolute transparency and predictability, for the client. They benefit immensely from having one agreement, engaging with one partner, and addressing all inquiries to one single entity. Intermodal transportation, by stark contrast, represents a logistical mosaic, akin to a patchwork quilt assembled from disparate pieces. Within this model, a separate contract is executed for each individual segment of the journey, specifically whenever a different mode of transport is utilized. Consequently, responsibility becomes fragmented and diffused across several independent companies. For instance, the rail carrier is accountable only for its specific stretch of the tracks, the ocean line is liable exclusively for the sea passage, and the trucking firm is responsible solely for the last mile, delivery to the consignee's warehouse. This fragmentation can significantly complicate liability claims and overall shipment management for the client. In a fragmented logistical arrangement, the formidable responsibility of orchestrating numerous disparate components rests entirely with the cargo owner or their designated agent. Should any issue emerge during transit, pinpointing the precise segment of the journey where the malfunction originated becomes an intricate and frequently exasperating ordeal, often leading to delays and disputes among various carriers. Conversely, the multimodal transport paradigm masterfully eliminates this inherent fragmentation. It presents a comprehensive, unified, and truly end-to-end solution, simplifying the entire supply chain for the client. Indeed, the orchestration of such a sophisticated logistical undertaking is an inherently complex and multi-layered endeavor, necessitating unparalleled professional acumen and specialized operational expertise. From the moment a consignment is dispatched to its ultimate delivery, the entire transit process remains under the constant, vigilant oversight of a single, dedicated multimodal transport operator. Consequently, the cargo itself, akin to a valuable commodity under strict guardianship, is persistently tracked across its entire journey. This continuous monitoring capability ensures an immediate and skillful intervention in response to any unexpected occurrences or deviations from the pre-approved logistical itinerary, thereby minimizing potential disruptions and ensuring proactive problem-solving. Moreover, the intrinsic adaptability of this methodology allows for the strategic construction of the finest and most effective permutations of transport vehicles. Each combination is meticulously designed to achieve the ideal balance or optimal equilibrium among the critical factors of transit speed, economic cost efficiency, and overall service reliability. The comprehensive repertoire of resources available to the multimodal transport operator encompasses virtually all available modes of conveyance, enabling unparalleled versatility. Specifically, this encompasses robust and cost-effective road carriage, perfectly suited for localized distribution and crucial direct doorstep delivery, especially for the last mile. Furthermore, it incorporates colossal, maritime vessels, the unrivaled paragons of economic viability for massive transcontinental shipping volumes. Beyond that, it extensively utilizes vast interconnected railway systems, which provide a superior fusion of velocity and substantial payload capacity across medium and long terrestrial distances, often forming the backbone of intermodal routes. Lastly, when time is of the essence and urgency paramount, it can readily engage swift air cargo services, an essential alternative for high-value or time-sensitive consignments. As a vivid illustration of this collaborative power, consider the complex journey of a batch of consumer electronics originating from a bustling production nexus in Asia destined for a major distribution facility situated deep within the European landmass. Initially, the valuable consignment is conveyed by road vehicle from the factory to a nearby maritime port, where it is prepared for its oceanic transit. Subsequently, it traverses the vast ocean expanse aboard an immense container vessel, capitalizing on the unparalleled cost efficiency of sea freight for bulk transport. Upon its triumphant arrival at a designated European port, the containers are effortlessly transloaded onto a rail platform, embarking on an extended terrestrial transit to a primary logistics nexus further inland. Finally, from this strategic inland hub, a dedicated road vehicle undertakes the concluding segment of its voyage, ensuring direct and precise delivery to the consignee's designated warehouse entrance. The fundamental nature of multimodal transportation is defined by its seamless, fluid integration of diverse transport modes into a cohesive logistical chain. The growing prominence of multimodal solutions in today's dynamic logistics landscape stems from a comprehensive array of compelling advantages. These benefits make this transportation method exceptionally attractive to businesses of all sizes, offering strategic leverage in a competitive global market. First and foremost, multimodal transport provides unparalleled opportunities for route optimization. Unfettered by reliance on a single mode, the operator functions as a master strategist. This allows them to devise the most effective and rational combination of services for each specific consignment and destination, meticulously considering every nuance and client requirement, thereby balancing speed, cost, and the unique needs of the cargo. Secondly, it delivers significant economic efficiency. By judiciously blending more expensive, rapid transport options with slower, yet more affordable alternatives at various journey stages, a substantial reduction in overall logistical expenditures is achieved. This is accomplished without compromising the quality of service, offering a cost-effective balance tailored to specific business objectives. A third, often decisive benefit for many businesses is the profound simplicity and convenience of associated documentation. Clients are spared the arduous task of navigating a bureaucratic labyrinth, no longer needing to enter separate agreements with multiple contractors, each burdened with distinct rules, tariffs, and complex legal intricacies. Instead, a single unified contract with the multimodal transport operator, MTO, radically streamlines the entire administrative process, liberating valuable company resources to focus on core business activities with greater ease and efficiency. Fourthly, this model provides a crystal clear and unambiguous delineation of accountability. Irrespective of where or at what stage of the journey a problem arises, be it a maritime storm, a railway delay, or a delivery truck breakdown, the full responsibility for the cargo's safety and adherence to the agreed-upon schedule rests entirely and solely with the single operator. This eradicates contentious disputes and the blame-shifting prevalent in fragmented shipping arrangements, thus bestowing upon the client an invaluable sense of security and unwavering peace of mind. Finally, a fifth key advantage is its exceptional flexibility. This inherent adaptability allows for swift adjustments to routes and modes in response to unforeseen disruptions, such as natural disasters or geopolitical events, or evolving market demands. This ensures continuity and resilience within the supply chain, providing businesses with robust solutions for complex global logistics. Multimodal transportation emerges as an indispensable backbone in situations where direct connectivity between origin and destination via a single mode is either physically unfeasible or economically unsustainable. This innovative approach literally establishes novel logistical pathways where none existed, unlocking unprecedented access to new markets and fostering significant economic opportunities. Furthermore, it proves particularly indispensable when existing direct routes are unsatisfactory, often due to prohibitive costs or unacceptably protracted delivery times. The contemporary logistics industry operates in a state of constant flux, perpetually adapting to the formidable pressures of widespread globalization, fierce competition, and the dynamic demands of discerning customers. Within this challenging operational landscape, multimodal transportation is assuming an increasingly pivotal and dominant position, transforming from a niche service into a fundamental strategic imperative. As intricate international supply chains grow in complexity and the volume of global trade expands, the demand for holistic, integrated, and intelligent transport solutions will only intensify. Multimodal transportation perfectly aligns with these key prevailing trends in modern logistics. It directly addresses several critical industry objectives: the relentless pursuit of total cost optimization, the imperative to accelerate the delivery cycle, time to market, and the paramount goal of bolstering shipment reliability and predictability. Moreover, the streamlining of documentation processes and an amplified focus on customer centricity are intrinsic attributes of multimodal approaches. Crucially, amidst global challenges like volatile geopolitical landscapes, disruptive pandemics, or contentious trade wars that regularly disrupt conventional transport flows, multimodal frameworks demonstrate exceptional agility and inherent resilience. They empower operators to swiftly reconfigure routes, identify viable detours, and leverage alternative transport modes, thereby ensuring the continuous movement of goods even under the most difficult and unpredictable conditions. Consequently, multimodal transportation is not merely another shipping method. Rather, it stands as a pivotal and indispensable strategic instrument, providing agile and resilient solutions. Without such vital provisions, the seamless operation of the global marketplace in the 21st century would be utterly inconceivable.